Hello friends, in this video we will have a concept of urinary fistula. In the obstetrics and gynecology we are dealing with the reproductive system of female. So what we are concerned about, this vagina, as you can see in this picture, a vagina. This is the cervix. These are the fornices of the vagina. And along with the vagina we have urinary system attached, that is urethra, then the bladder, and then the ureter. So these are in close proximity to the vagina, or if you can say in another word, the vagina is a pathway of birth. So when we have some surgical procedures which involves the vagina, we have a slight risk of developing trauma. And with this trauma, either surgical trauma or a birth trauma will cause fistula, will cause the wall between these two system will rupture. So most commonly, the most common cause of the fistula will be in developing countries will be the, what will be the in developing country, what is a very problematic in developing country? Can you guess it? Yes, the most common cause of fistula in developing country will be obstructed labor. In obstructed labor, what we find is we have a continuous pressure on this wall, because if the head of the baby is here, then there will be continuous pressure on this wall. And because of this continuous pressure in this wall for long time, we will have a ischemia of that particular wall. Due to ischemia, that wall becomes traumatic. Initially, you may not find that fistula, but once this ischemic tissue will coagulate and will lose the things, then you can find fistula. What is the most common symptom of fistula? Dribbling of urine from vagina. This is the most common symptom of fistula. So if you have seen any case of obstructed labor, and then you have to admit that patient for 2 to 3 days. You cannot give discharge to that patient on next 24 hours, because this patient have a higher risk of developing fistula, and this fistula will appear after 2 to 3 days. So yes, you need to see this thing. Second thing you need to see or understand is when we do hysterectomy, specifically vaginal hysterectomy, we have again a risk of developing ureterovaginal fistula or vesicovaginal fistula, or it may be urethrovaginal fistula also when we do perineoplasty like that of surgeries. So what is the most common fistula we daily we see is vesicovaginal fistula. That means the fistula is between the bladder and the vagina, that is vesicovaginal fistula. If the fistula is between ureterovaginal, so we call it ureterovaginous fistula, and if there is a fistula between ureter and the vagina, then it is a ureterovaginal fistula. But what is the most common? Vesicovaginal fistula. The reason I have already told: obstetric labor and obstructed labor and hysterectomy, most commonly the vaginal hysterectomy. What is the symptom? Continuous drilling of the urine. Now, this fistula or anything related to urinary system, the method of diagnosis is cystoscopy. What we do in cystoscopy, we just insert our telescope into the bladder, and we try to see that anywhere any gap is seen or not. What is the treatment of choice? Is always surgical. We have to repair that thing. If it is a surgical fistula, for example, if we are performing a surgery and we get that fistula, what is the management? Immediate repair. Why we are doing the immediate repair? Because the tissue, the cut is healthy and there is no infection, so there are higher chances of healing. Again, the bladder is not a thing that will heal very quickly, because there is continuous urine will be there, so we utmost require that there should be no infection in there. When the vesicovaginal fistula is because of the obstructed labor and it is developed due to ischemia and along with the infection, then we don't do the immediate repair. We do a repair after at least 6 weeks, and during these 6 weeks we give antibiotics to prevent any infection, and that in aseptic condition we repair that fistula. That let's go repair or laser technique, layer technique will be used in that thing. So this is, I think, the very basic concept of fistula. Again, there is so much of information regarding the surgery of the fistula and regarding the cystoscopy findings, but we are not going to deep in this topic. As an obstetrician, we just need to just know these basic things. Thank you.